that he finds the edges of life and explores his fears, which in his case was public speaking, paragliding, stand-up comedy, and he even mentioned BDSM, which I was like, wow, this guy's got some balls on him. This is actually on his site. And for those that don't know what BDSM is,
Damn,
you should.
is that still up there?
It's still up there. Bondage, discipline, submission, sadomasochism, and masochism. So, listen, I give you kudos for even having that up there. That's strong.
Thank you.
Um, so anyway, welcome to the show. Um,
Thank you. And Dr. G, I think, you know, how illustrative of your topic and what we're talking about, because I'm tempted to hide things like
mm,
that, like hide the fact that I've explored that and practiced it and enjoyed it.
yeah,
But I think we hide too much. And
yeah,
we've just got this whole society where we just show the shiny things that we on Facebook.
sure,
And I'm an evangelist for let's peel back the curtain
yeah,
and show more and more of ourselves. Now, in doing that, we expose our underbelly a little bit. Like I could lose a corporate contract because I put that up there. So there's a risk, but I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir with you when I say there is so much upside to being known and being seen so the right people can find you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's true. And often, as I'm sure, even for the listeners, what you'll find is that when you expose yourself, quote unquote, in those ways, you discover there's many more people who are also hiding things that you're helping
Right.
them to become courageous about.
Yeah.
When I read that, I thought about one of my favorite shows, Billions, and I don't know if you watched that show,
I
but
watched an episode last night.
right. Okay. So you understand one of the main characters, the attorney, um, one of his story arcs throughout I think that we're in season 4 now has been he's been an active practitioner of BDSM, and
Yeah.
I remember the first season sort of opens in a scene with him in this, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is how we starting this show, but it was great, and I think there are more people doing this types of thing and other things than you would you would think. So
Yeah,
anyway,
and he comes out in the show and says publicly because
right,
someone's trying to
right,
blackmail him.
yes, season 3, yes,
And I've often thought, I've never told anyone this, but I've often thought if someone was trying to blackmail me, that's a huge opportunity to
yeah,
lean into vulnerability and share it with the world and take the consequences. And he does
right,
that in that show, and it's very inspiring. And
yeah,
also, what's interesting is because he leans into it, because he announces it, because he owns it, no
right,
one can really hit him for it anymore, and it
right,
doesn't affect
right,
his career.
right,
So we can
exactly.
really lean into our truth and own it instead of hiding and running away from it. And that's what I'm here to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great offensive tactic. I mean, similarly, and then we'll get off this. Obama, before he ran, he wrote that book, which is basically like a tell-all of all his skeletons in his closet and put it out
Yes.
there. And you read the
Yes.
book and you were like, so now if anybody says anything, then he's like, yeah, I know, it's in the book.
Yeah,
It's on page 184.
exactly. You know, someone said once, I saw a teacher who was so quick to apologize or to ask what he did wrong. And someone said, yeah, he lays down so fast they can't hit him.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's a little bit like that with the truth to
Yeah,
me. You lay down and you come clean to yourself and then
sure.
to others. And usually it's not that big a deal. You might take some consequences. You might feel some shame. You might have
Yeah.
people leave you, break up with you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're usually still standing and
Yeah.
often a bit taller.